And what an incredible reunion that we're going to see this weekend. What do you think happens? I mean, the game before the game on the field. I mean, did Brady and Belichick share a moment? Kraft, they play a video for him. They're going to stop the game when he breaks Breeze's all-time passing record. What do you think, based on all your reporting and knowing all the politics and the emotions and the hard feelings and things like that, Seth?
Yeah, even if the feelings are still hard, I would bet that, they're going to hug before the game. I bet that there's a video tribute. Remember when Peyton Manning came back to Indianapolis as a Denver Bronco, they played this video tribute. He started tearing up during warm-ups. And, the best way to get in to shake him off of his resolute focus is to, do something unexpected. And, if you kind of appeal to him emotionally and he's reminded about all the good times there, you wonder if that might give New England a little bit of an edge.
Dude, so you're saying if they play a video, it's not because it's heartfelt, because it's gamesmanship? Is that literally what you just said, Seth Wickersham?
Do you not know these men? Have we learned nothing? One of the ththings I write about in the book, one of the things I write about in the book is how Bill kind of breaks these other really proud men and coaches. He prepares so meticulously, and he sees the game so globally that there are moments that he has in games and decisions that he makes that end up haunting proud men for the rest of their lives. I mean, the best one, obviously, is what he did to Mike Martz in the Super Bowl when they, destroyed Marshall Faulk and completely took Mike Martz out of his rhythm. And Mike Shanahan was another one. In 2003, there was a Monday night game where the Patriots were trailing, and they took an intentional safety, thinking that they'd surrender the points and hoping they'd gain some field position and give Brady a chance to win it. New England ends up winning it. And and Mike Shanahan and Bill Belichick, friends since the 80s, and, competitive friends, and with a huge amount of respect for each other. And that game really haunted Mike Shanahan, even as his respect for Bill Belichick grew. Fast forward a couple years, 2007, Spygate breaks. Everyone's talking about it. Roger Goodell, the commissioner, is trying to learn as much as he can about this illegal videotaping practice and how much of an advantage it is in games. He calls coaches around the league, and they're just burying Belichick. They're just saying, you got to take it to this guy. It was the peak of piousness. And then he called Mike Shanahan, who at the time, had won 2 Super Bowls and was an incredibly well-respected coach. And I laugh every time I think about this. He tells Roger Goodell, I wish I had thought of doing this. And he was disappointed in himself that he didn't think of cheating the way that Bill Belichick was cheating. And it was a real window into how the best of the best think at this level.
All right, some quick hitters before we go. You mentioned how, Belichick took Martz out and Marshall Faulk out. They think they were videotaped all week and in the red zone. I mean, I've spoken to tons of Rams who won't really, say it publicly all that much because it doesn't really, suit somebody who's lost to say we lost because we got cheated against. But what'd you uncover about that in this book?
Well, I mean, there's no evidence that happened, but it doesn't mean that people don't believe it. And, that's one of those things that they've had to deal with for all of those years. Obviously, the Boston Herald reported that they taped the walkthrough, later had to retract that report. But, I reported with Don Van Natta years ago about the meeting where NFL executives came to New England and they viewed the videos that Ernie Adams and Bill Belichick had of illegal signals and illegal recordings. And Jeff Pash, the NFL's general counsel, ended up destroying the tapes by stomping on them in the room. And then he left them in the room for Robin Glazer, who was the Patriots' lawyer, to clean up the mess. I mean, the acrimony that began with Spygate between the Patriots and the NFL, it really can't be discounted. And obviously, a lot of those themes came into effect when Deflategate came around years later.
And then, the whole Spygate thing coming from Mangini, going to the Jets and saying about, hey, this is what they do. And then they stopped him cold when they were trying to do it against the Jets. Well, they nearly fought, literally fought.
Yeah. Well, so Eric didn't blow the whistle. He told the Patriots to stop doing it. He used some colorful language that, again, you can read, but we can't repeat. But he was basically like, I know you guys do this, knock it off. And they refused to do it, and it was the Jets' upper management that blew the whistle on it. It wasn't Eric. And But, of course, Eric ended up being the fall guy of it because of his relationship with Bill and because of how toxic things had gotten when Eric left to go to the Jets. So fast forward, that was in September of 2007. Fast forward to the spring of 2008. At the league meetings, there's a dinner for coaches, and afterwards everyone's kind of mingling around. And Julie Mangini, Eric's wife, ends up rubbing elbows with Belichick, and she says hi to him, and she kind of tries to be friendly. Remember, Belichick read a poem at their wedding. Tries to be friendly to ease this tension, and Bill blew her off. She goes back and she was upset about this. She tells Eric what happened, and he goes charging across the room at Bill, and two head coaches had to hold him back because otherwise they thought he was going to take a swing at him, and he yelled something at Bill that, again, we can't say on the radio.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.